Alright, people. Okay. How's everybody doing out there? How is everyone doing? Are we getting a stream or no? I just want to see if we're getting a stream, if we're getting something here. Looks like we're doing good. I'm outside. Feeling a lot better than last night. Doing good. Just want to pull this up. Whoa! That's a shooting star right there. I don't know if anybody saw that. Hang on, I'm going to move my stuff. Move that out of the way. Move this out of the way. Move this out of the way. That's a shooting star. I don't... I got windows galore here, people. Windows galore. So just give me 1 second here. Do you see that shooting star? That's really cool. That is really, really cool. We started off right off the bat. Right off the bat, shooting star. And now it's gone. But it was there. It was there, people. It was there. Shooting star right off the bat. Camera focus lights. No lights action. Yeah, it's, yeah. It is a good sign. It is a very good sign. Now I just have to fiddle with this stuff and get this all together. Got to get it all set up and ready to go. we got things everywhere. I don't know what the heck happened. Wow. We got things all over the place here. Okay, okay, we'll use this one as the regular PhD. Okay. That's this one here, so that's the Meade DSI. That one's good. Okay, that one's fine. Okay. I don't know why. We are tri-tasking here, people. We are tri-tasking. Alright, this is the QHY down here. Whoa, that's so big. Come on. All I want to do is I want to move you. Fine, we'll do it that way. For right now, that is. That's fine. That works. We'll remove that. Yes. That's not the Pleiades yet. We did the Pleiades last night. As we were out till 4 a.m. About 4:30. So we were out late last night. But we had some fun. We had lots of fun last night. So hopefully we'll have some fun tonight. I sure hope so. What I'm doing right now is I'm just getting everything set up here for the stream. So just bear with me here. So I see there's a few people joining. 11 people are watching right now. And they're watching not much. We're watching a screen right now, that is, anyways. Still, you just got to give me a second as we're just getting things together here. On the bottom left, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so this way you'll see it. I'm going to make it a lot bigger. That is wonderful M103 right there. It's not in color yet because I'm still I got to get this together here, and I got to move it over. So you just got to give me a second. I have a graph up here. I'm going to make it smaller so this way you'll be able to see it. I don't want to be too big and take up too much of the picture. I don't think that's too small. And then we're going to make this one over here. We're going to make this one smaller too. Ow! Just got bit deep. Skeeter. Perfect. That'll be focused there, so we're good to go with that. Yeah, we're very, very, very low, which means we're going to get a ton, and I mean a ton of light from across the street, which is going to be very poopy. Oh boy. Okay. Hopefully that won't be too small. While we're waiting with that, that's pretty much set and ready to go. Now we're going to set the guider and get that ready. Okay, so it's going to start to capture dark frames. And while it's doing that, if you look very carefully at the top of the screen, you're going to see a little bullseye, green bullseye at the top. And actually, I want to show you. Let me see here. It would be right. Well, I can't really show you. It's up at the top, right in this area right here. There's a star there, and it's moving up. And that's what I want. And then it's going to move down, and then it's going to move left, and then it's going to move right. And then it's going to be calibrated, and then we'll be guiding. Okay. I had to run upstairs and try to figure out what the heck happened. No idea. No idea what happened. I saw the light go off, and then I saw everything go out across the street and everything, and then I don't know. I'm at a loss of words of what just happened. All right, so now everything's plugged back in. All right. All right. There we go. Now we got the right darks on. Oh, so much better. Oh, that's so much better. Oh, I like that. Now that's better. Okay. Now we have stars. Now we have it. Now we're in good shape. Now don't lose power. For the love of God, please don't lose power. I gotta go over a little bit to the left, but you wanna know what? That should be good. Okay, cool. Alright. Now, what I'll do is I'll play with the contrast a little bit here. So then this way, try to see if I can bring out some detail here. How does that look? Is that good? That should be pretty good. It is beautiful. I'm going to leave it as is. I'm not even going to freaking touch it. I think we're in good shape. Alright. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the guider. So then we're going to make it even better, so now we can take long exposures. Make sure, is it actually taking... Yes, it is. Okay, frame by frame. Good. Excellent. Fantastic. And now we're taking images one by one now. So now we'll be able to see if there's any shooting stars or anything in the area. Hopefully we'll be able to catch something. I'm hoping. Where we are in the sky. Where are we? Oh, Charles, you're still here. Good. Perfect. Thank you. My dad's name is Chris. Well, it is a very common name, which is great. A lot of people call me Elliot. They don't really call me Chris because there are so many Chris's out there. So they just call me Elliot, which is great. And it is a nice picture. This is actually really good. This is a... If you're just joining for the very first time on this stream, I'm going to go over a little bit. I'm sure a lot of people that haven't been here or have been here, they already know what I have, but I try to label everything so this way you know exactly what's going on. I have the clock, which is great, so you can see what time it is currently in my time. The top left is a Meade DSI camera. It's my finder, so I can see where it is in the sky, and it's calibrated with a refractor, which is on the bottom left, okay? Then I have my wide field, and then this one is my T7 Astro Cam. It's a pretty relatively affordable camera. It's a webcam that's on a 180-degree lens that you can get half the sky. And I'm shooting it at 70 seconds. So I can get this for 70 seconds and then just keep looping it 300 some odd times or however many times, and something will pop up. I was out last night and we got, I think, 7. Because I went over everything to see where we stood, and I think we got 7 shooting stars, which was amazing, in 4 hours. That's right, Chris Brown, Chris Pratt, Chris Rose. There's just Chris's everywhere. There was Chris Bosh, who played with LeBron James in Miami. You're forgetting Chris Hemsworth, who played Thor. What about Chris Evans, who played Captain America? There's just Chris's everywhere. I'm telling you, they're going to take over the world. What is the peak supposed to be for the count? The peak, if you're in a dark sky area, Chris Astro, even better. If you're in a dark sky site, the peak is supposed to be between 100 and 140 per hour. So that's if you're in a dark sky site. We're only going to catch the brightest ones, and the brightest ones will be dim even here. So you can actually see on the right-hand side of the screen, you can see the light and how much light it's producing. As the camera is moving up, tracking the sky, you will actually see it get darker, which is nice. But I don't have it as dark, but it would be a lot. 100? I went down to North Java 5 years ago or 6 years ago. Went down there and just sat on the concrete pad where they put their telescopes. And it was like 11:30 at night, and I must have saw 60 or 65. No joke. It seemed like every minute and a half to 2 minutes, there was one, there was another, there was another. Just the best way to do it is just to lay on the ground, like put a blanket on the ground, just look up and just be aware. Make sure that your eyes are dark adapted. Like my eyes, like right now, I won't be able to see a darn thing because I'm looking at the laptop and it's freaking way too bright. So I won't be able to see anything with my eyes. But if you're in a dark sky site, lay down, look up, see what you can find. I bet you, even in a light polluted area, you might find maybe 1 or 2 every 10 to 15 minutes. So, total in a light polluted area, you might get 6 to 8, maybe, in an hour. But that would be tops. I was out here for 4 hours and we got like 7. It's not great. But they do have, what's supposed to be is where they have an actual, like, where it's gonna be. And that is right below Cassiopeia. So, but it could be anywhere in that spot. Cornfields around me. Well, there you go. If it's clear, get out there and look and see, because I bet you'll be able to see something. I've never seen very many, like they say. It all depends on where you have to look, and it's also timing, too. That's the biggest thing. I know before I started doing streams, I would always look up and see. The peak, as I said, is between midnight and like 5 a.m. That's like the very big peak. That's where you're going to see the most. And tonight is the night. This is the night where you're going to go out there and take a look and see how many you're going to get. So after midnight, this is where you're going to start seeing a lot more. Because what's happening is Earth is passing through what was debris of a comet. So that's all the shooting stars that are going through Earth's atmosphere. So you're passing through what's called a comet band. And every year, Earth passes it, which means they can predict when the comets, or shooting stars, meteor showers, are going to happen. There are roughly 15 to 20 meteor showers a year. This is, by far, the biggest one of the year. The next biggest one is in December. The next biggest one after that is in October. I'll post those for everybody, so this way you'll be able to see when each one is. But usually this is the biggest one of the year. That's why everybody's making such a big deal about it. Everybody's talking about it, going, I gotta go see the Perseids. I gotta go see them. It's a big deal. It's a very, very big deal. Which is fantastic. So if anybody has questions or anything, was there an airplane that just went through? I think there was. I'm pretty sure there was an airplane that went through. Yeah, there was an airplane. Bottom right of the screen, just going right across. I know that if this gets high enough, I think it was right around 3:30 yesterday, or this morning, which was actually yesterday, I was actually getting part of the Milky Way, which was phenomenal. From here, nonetheless. And I thought that was incredible. Do you get any sleep? No. Not when it comes to astronomy. Absolutely not. When it comes to astronomy, it's go time. It is absolute go time. I usually sleep in October through February, pretty much. I'm like a bear, pretty much. I hibernate because usually October through February, the weather is so horrible here, I can't get anything. Because even if there's no snow, because I live in western New York, so we get lake effect snow. So whenever there's snow and everything, it can get pretty bad. And then when it gets cold, I can't use my equipment. I can't use it at all. The LCD screens freeze, the worm gears, everything freezes, because if it goes below 20 degrees Fahrenheit, nothing will work right. Especially doing long exposure photography, there's nothing you can really do. If you're viewing, fine. You know, by all means, I could probably take this camera out and go and do something. There's a shooting star. I think there's one. I think we got one. I'm going to confirm this to see. I don't know. Give it a second, but I think this is one right here. We're going to see if it continues to here, then it's a plane or a satellite. If it doesn't and it disappears, then it's a shooting star. No, it's a satellite. Darn it! I was hoping it was going to be one. I was really, really hoping. Unless if it disappears here, which I don't think it will. Hello, James. And Andrew Johnson, hello. Yes, your lakes, Great Lakes. Yeah, I'm near Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. And for the auroras, the only way you would ever see an aurora here in Western New York is if you had the, what's it called? I'm drawing a memory blank, or brain fart. I forgot it's like a K scale, I think is what it is. As that if you had the actual, like, huge magnetic storm is what it would be. If you had a huge magnetic storm, you'd be able to see it here. But very rarely do you get one here. You'd have to go way up north, like into Canada. And by the way, we're guiding. Oh, and we're guiding. Oh, wow, we're guiding really good. Oh, oh snap. We're at like 0.3 for guiding. We could take a gigantic exposure. We'll take a 10-minute exposure, just for the heck of it, just to see what we get. Alright, so now that's going to be going, so then this way you'll be able to see it. That's going to be coming up. This is going to be a 10-minute exposure on the bottom left. Yeah, because guiding is an absolute dream. Does anybody want to see the graph or no? Shrink this down so this way it'll be just a short little graph. But that's a pretty epic graph. Now, the colors. I'm just going to go over it just a little bit what the colors mean, okay? I set the colors to red, green, and orange. If you've used PhD guiding or PhD 2, the colors are naturally red and blue. I just like neon green and neon orange. I'm just a neon person. I like having neon colors. And what those colors mean is it's right ascension and declination. When you have a equatorial mount, it moves in two different directions. Right ascension and declination. Okay? You want to have both of them talking in sync. If one is off by oh so much, you're going to get massive star drift. Okay? I talked a little bit about it yesterday, so I'll reiterate it. Okay? The moon, like everybody sees out in the sky, okay? The moon is 1,800 arc seconds in width. Okay? They figure dimensions by arc seconds and arc minutes. Okay? So the moon is 1,800 arc seconds. I'm guiding at 0.4 arc seconds. So that is like so minute and so small. It's almost laughable. It's unreal. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger if you can see it. Hang on. I mean, it's just absolutely incredible of how the guiding is going. I mean, it's literally following that line all the way through. And the better that those two are in sync, the longer exposure I can take. The longest exposure I have ever taken is, and it's no joke, is 40 minutes. Yeah, arc seconds mean as in guiding. Yes. Okay. What that means is Earth is rotating. Okay? So when you see Earth rotating, there's what's called the northern celestial pole. Okay? That's what you call the North Star. Okay? That's Polaris. Polaris goes around the northern celestial pole in a circle. Okay? I have a polar scope attached to my mount. When you look through the polar scope, you have to match Polaris what's in there. Okay? And as the closer you can get to that circle, the better you'll be. if you're off by just a slight bit, you can use what's called guiding. And what guiding is you're guiding off of a star. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show you what's called a star profile. Okay? And what a star profile is, it actually takes an actual image of the star that you're guiding off of. And it'll actually, in real time, update it and actually see where it is. So give me 1 second and I'll pull that up for you. And the star profile is this where there's crosshairs. Like I was showing everybody earlier. And I also have a bullseye on there too, and the bullseye will show where the star actually is from when I first started. I try to make this as fun as possible for everybody and also informative too. Because I know there's a lot of streamers out there, there's a lot of people that are doing this, and it is amazing because each person puts their own little personality into their stream, and that's why I love watching Take Back Space, P&K Imaging, Skywatcher Gaming, just all of them. Astronomy Live, Astronomy Stream Live, or Live Stream. I love watching every single one of them because they're all different, and it's all amazing. It's incredible to watch each person. I know it's going to be really small, but you'll be... Actually, I'll make it a little bit bigger, but not too much bigger. So then this way you'll be able to see the star. And you'll see the crosshair. And you'll see how much the star moves on the crosshair. Now the star that I'm guiding off of is probably like an 8th or 9th magnitude star. And I wish you could subscribe 1,000,000 times too. That would be amazing. It would be absolutely incredible. And you are learning, so and it's awesome to learn about astronomy because I try to make it fun. I really do. Because astronomy shouldn't be boring. It should not be something that pushes you away. It should actually bring you in. And I love to teach people. Eventually, what I plan on doing is getting my travel set up and traveling all over the United States. Traveling everywhere to show people what astronomy is about. Because people always say, well, I don't really like astronomy because I'm in a light polluted area and all I see is 6 or 7 stars. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It all depends on what you want to do. That would be awesome to get a master's degree in astronomy and biology. Go for it. And you're 11? Hey, you got all the time in the world. And it would be so cool. There's not enough young people, and I think you're going to hear this a lot from a lot of people, is that there's not enough young people that are into astronomy like there was 40, 50, 60 years ago. When I go to the observatory for the Buffalo Astronomical Association, it's a local club in my area, there's not that many young kids. It's a lot of older folks that have been there for 30, 40, 50 years, but nobody has come in to just go into the hobby, and there's different forms of the hobby, like I was saying. There's people who like to just enjoy the view. Like, I'm outside right now. I am outside enjoying this view. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And I love it. And this image is done. The 10-minute image is done, people, on the bottom left. Turn it into color. Okay. And folks, this is a 10-minute image that's coming up to you in just a second here. Let me zoom in and see what we got. We got pinpoint stars, people. We got pinpoint stars. And we got color, too. There we go. What do you think, people? I'm going to make it a little bit bigger so you can actually see it because it's really tiny. Teeny tiny. Also, if you see any meteors, please let me know. A little bit bigger here. There we go. There we go. So that's a 10-minute image right there. And space is stunning. Thank you, Andrew. It really is. It really is stunning. I mean, that's a 10-minute image. I could probably, with the way that guiding is going right now at 0.4, I could probably easily pull out a 20 to 25-minute image. I'm not going to move the camera, because M103 is in here somewhere. Because M103, it's a little cluster. It's not the biggest cluster, because then it also sits next to a bright star, which it's over here somewhere. Where the heck is it? Where is that bright star? Where are you? There's a double star there. That's pretty cool. Is it all the way to the left? It was brighter than that. Am I dumb and not seeing it? Oh, there it is. There's a bright star. I didn't see it. I had to find it for a second there. Oh, Take Back Space is back. Oh, and it's Chris. Guess what, Chris? Stars are starting to pop up everywhere I am. That's awesome. Thanks for the stream, of course, because that's what I'm here for. Loving it. This is fantastic. Is my phone dead? No, it's not dead. Okay, cool. Where is... Alright, the star that I'm getting right now currently is Rushbah. Ruchbah. That's that bright star that's in there right now. Rushbah. And we're sitting somewhere near there, but I can't find the... I don't know where M103 is. I had it before the power went out. So God knows what happened to the go-to again. Nah, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to really worry about it. 450 people. I'm guessing that's how many people are watching your stream right now. I mean, that's incredible. You do amazing work, ALS. You do some awesome work. I actually stayed up one night and watched your stream till it was like 3:30. Last night I was on there. I finished up here at 4:25, went upstairs, laid in bed, and I swear to God, I actually watched your stream for an extra hour. And by the way, your setup is incredible of how many laptops you have, or not laptops, but monitors that you have. It's incredible. It's just amazing. 10,000 last night. Big props to you. I mean, that is incredible. I'm jealous. That's all I gotta say is I'm absolutely jealous. I don't know about you, but I would love something like that. I really would. But I'm sure it didn't happen overnight. I'm sure that, the way that you do things is absolutely incredible because you actually stream and people subscribe to his channel because he actually streams in 4K. That's amazing. So when you watch it on the big screen, it looks amazing. Because I think from what you were telling me is you have a full frame camera. And with the lens, it was, oh God, I'm trying to remember, a 14mm lens, I think it was, at like 1.8 f ratio. I think that's right. I think that's what you have. 2018, there we go. So I'm going to take an image. I'm going to run a plan on that one. There's a plane that went through. How about that? That was pretty cool. Yeah, no dice, exactly. But I watched your stream. You were on for an hour. I watched the clouds. I watched everything. But it's just great. And as I said, like, I know that after tonight, it's going to start getting cloudy and start getting nasty. Like, I'm pretty sure it's going to start raining here in about 2 hours from now. Send your viewers over here. Exactly. Wouldn't that be amazing? Wouldn't that be awesome? Send all the 10,000 views. Come on over here. I'd love that. Boy, I would love to see the number where it says watching to at least 500. That would be amazing. Yeah, no rain. I know. I'm hoping not. There's no clouds. There's no nothing around here. So I'm hoping that there's nothing. I'm really hoping. I don't know how Bill's doing out in Hudson Valley. I don't know how he's doing. He had a lot of rain. I don't know if he's back up. Let me check. My phone's about to die. My phone is dead. Of course it's dead. I was right. 14 millimeters. Oh, it's 2.8. Okay, full frame using 7200 by 5600. What that just means is it's a full frame sensor. The cameras that you see for Canon cameras, Nikon, Pentax, and certain cameras like that, they're not full frame. So you're only going to get like 5900 by like 4200. That's the pixels of how many pixels are in that, like an image. So in other words, like if he were to take a picture and save it to his computer and want to stack it in Deep Sky Stacker, then you would actually see 7200 by 5600 because it's such a gigantic image. The camera, the QHY that I'm using, it's 3960 by 2800, I think. I can't remember exactly what it is. Let me take a look. I'll actually tell you exactly what mine is. Will it actually tell me the frames? Yeah, 3584 by 2574. I'll put that in the comments so that way you'll see it. So mine is 3584 by 2574. That's mine. So you can imagine, it's pretty much double of what mine is. That's insanity. That's pretty much like if you were to take a TV. That's like me having a 420 or a 720p TV. And he's got a TV that's a freaking 4K TV. I don't know if anybody's ever seen 4K TV. That's 14,400. That's just blows everything out the door. It's just amazing to actually think about that. And I bet you with the Sony A7 III, that probably, if I had to take a guess, is pretty expensive. I could only imagine. Oh, try editing 5 minutes of 4K? Oh, God. Oh, God. I remember editing a 1080p one, and it took, to render it, you need to take a vacation. You run 3 5K monitors? So that's what the monitors are when I saw the, what is it? I think I saw it on your stream yesterday, early this morning, and I saw it was like a layout of your monitors. Those are all 5K? That's amazing. It is mind-boggling. I think I need to take a trip to Denver. I don't know when, but I'm going to probably take a trip soon. In 2 years, I can realize all my foot. Yeah. Yeah, I can only imagine. Have there been any Any shooting stars lately? I didn't see anything. I haven't seen anything come up here. But everything's looking pretty good over here. Is that a plane? I think that's another plane that just came through. The Milky Way is definitely starting to come in. You could definitely start to see it. I just wish the people across the street would turn off the freaking lights. Yeah, I would love to get a 4K CCD camera. Oh god, an airplane tower? Oh man. That means there's lights constantly all night long. Well, yeah, ALS, you'll be back later. That's fine. You're running your own stream. I mean, that's incredible. And I can guarantee you, if you're going all night long, I guarantee you I'll be stopping by when I'm done. The Milky Way fake news. It's almost August 13th. We're almost at midnight. Wouldn't that be great? At midnight, all of a sudden, you would see 100 just fly out through the sky right at midnight, like a like New Year's Eve. Boom! Everything's all go, and we know that won't happen, but I know that I will go through each individual image. But what I will do actually is I'm going to move these over to the right because that's where it's super bright. And I'm sure everybody was like, move it out of the way so we can see where it is over there, because this is the Milky Way right here. Fake news, fake news. I don't see anything yet. Still no shooting stars. Then again, it didn't peak last night till about 1:19 is when I got the first one. And then it was one after another after. I mean, it was incredible. Yeah, I can hear the crickets back here too, because there's a field back there, so I can definitely hear it. Could you show taking some longer exposures for fun? Yeah, I could, and I love it. I absolutely love it. I love doing that stuff. It's midnight. Oh god, there's crickets everywhere. You hear that? That's all you hear constantly. If you want to hear real crickets, go to ALS's stream, because he's got crickets. Alright, image is done. Let's take a look at what we got. They don't look too bad. Stars don't look horrible. For a 10-minute image, it's not bad. Let me check the center and see. No, not bad. It's not bad. Yeah, Pop-Out Chats is exactly right, because I remember one night I had 4 going at the same time. Check the middle here. There's a slight, there's a slight drift. It's not terrible though. Still no shooting star. There's a little bit of clouds towards the horizon, but they're low-level clouds, so it's really not that bad. I'm just looking and I don't see anything. No shooting stars yet. Oh, good night, Venus. And it has been fun. I won't be out as late as last night. There is no way. I cannot do 4 a.m. 2 nights in a row. I wish I could. I got to work in the morning, and I got to get up extra early tomorrow morning. So if I were to stay out till 4, I'd only get about an hour and a half of sleep. Definitely. I still got to edit last night's. I'm almost done with editing last night's, so when I'm done editing that one, then I'm going to edit this one. And I'll add music and everything and get everything all set up and ready to go. The peak is actually like right about now. This is it. We are in peak time right now. Anytime between now and 5 a.m. So these next 5 hours are extremely crucial. So it could very well be we could get one like any minute, really. It's very possible that you'll see one that's going to come through the sky. So I'm shooting 70 seconds with a gain of 20. And then with the brightness and the gamma up. So if there's going to be something that's going to pop through, no time like now, really. I mean, this is it. This is the time. Then I'm scanning I'm scanning these images like a nighthawk, making sure that anything pops in. And I don't see nothing yet. It really is exciting. It really, really is. So why are we not seeing any showers? Well, like I said before, I'm in a light polluted area. So with it being light polluted, I'm only going to be able to catch the brightest ones possible. So the problem is I might catch maybe 5, maybe 10 an hour. If you were in a dark sky site, you'd get anywhere from 100 to 140. Here's my problem. I could take my stuff out to a dark sky site and get amazing images where I'd get like 5 to 10 in a single shot. Only problem is I won't be able to see it. You won't be able to see it because I won't be able to do live stream. That's the problem. That's the downside. So it's either I get great images or I try to at least get something for everybody. At least I'll try. I gotta put my cell phone on the charger here because it's completely dead. ALS says satellite coming in 4 minutes. If my sky is black and brown, is that good? Not really. If you have that brownish, yellowish, pukish color at like 30 degrees and below, probably not. And the only problem why we're really not seeing too much here is because it's still sitting low on the horizon. That's the problem. If you look carefully on the bottom right hand of the screen, you can see lights. And any kind of lights or anything is going to mess it up. Naturally, that's what's going to happen. As it's going to get higher in the sky, you'll be able to see some of the dimmer ones. Yeah, well, I live on a very busy street, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 businesses across the street, and all of them, every single one of them have a freaking sign right at the street. And every one of them has it on. And that's what you're seeing now. And where am I located? I'm in western New York. I'm about 8 miles south of Niagara Falls. So I'm pretty close to the Canadian border. It takes me, well, maybe a little bit more than 8 miles, probably more like 10. It's about a 20-minute drive to the Canadian border. Well, the next image is done. Let's see what we get. Let's see. Oh, there was a plane that went through. Much better. Stars look really good tonight. For it being a 10-minute image, that's really good. I'm very impressed with these stars tonight. I love this camera because it can actually get the colors of the stars. So you can actually tell what a red star is and what a white star is just by looking at it. I mean, that's incredible. So he said there's a satellite coming through. Do we know the exact location of where the satellite's coming through? And how bright it is? That's the other thing. If it's super bright, I might, or if it's bright enough, I might be able to pick it off. And where's it coming from? My damn phone is dead, so I can't actually pull it up. There was an iridium flare that was near Mars about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, which I thought was pretty sweet. I don't see anything. Yeah, definitely. QHYs are really, really good cameras. But here's the thing, though, with the QHY series, it all depends on what you want to do, because you have a color camera and a monochrome camera. If you're looking to do hydrogen alpha or narrow band imaging, monochrome is the way to go. I have a color camera and got it. It went for 40 some odd seconds. Well, I'll have to take a look. I'll have to go through the frames and actually see if I got it. It all depends on where it was going and where it was going from, too. But with the monochrome camera, it's more sensitive, and that's something that it's going to be a little bit more expensive, but it's definitely the way to go. It's more time-consuming with a monochrome camera because you have to deal with filters, red, green, and blue, to create a colored image. But each filter is more sensitive, which means you'll get more detail. So if you were shooting like the Whirlpool Galaxy, or the Iris Nebula, or the Rosette Nebula, or anything like that, you would have to shoot it, say, 20 minutes in red, 20 minutes in green, 20 minutes in blue, and then combine them together and then process it and get a colored image. And it would actually be better than it would be with a colored camera. A colored camera would save you time because you have red, green, and blue together, and then you just process the image after you stack it. If you're looking to do what's called narrow band imaging, that's a little bit different. Narrow band imaging is you have hydrogen alpha, sulfur, hydrogen beta, oxygen 3, there's nitrogen, helium. There's so many different filters that you can use, and you can take certain ones, and then you can actually do a dual palette or a tricolor palette. The most famous one is called the Hubble palette, and people use that. If you ever get a chance, go online and actually type in Hubble palette, and you'll be able to see so many images on the internet of what they are, and it's absolutely incredible of what they are. Still no meteors, no shooting stars yet. Still nothing. Let me check the guiding at 4. Well, that's really good too. What about, that's at 1. Here, this is at 2. So this right here, I actually changed the graph to 2 arc seconds. So in other words, when you see these, you'll actually see it at 2 arc seconds. So the top dotted line is 2, the bottom dotted line is -2.